This is day 103 of Read Through the Entire Bible. Today we read Numbers chapters 16 and 17. Here we go. So number 16 is about Korah's rebellion. It's this entire huge big rebellion that Korah and a bunch of leaders of the Israelite community have against Moses and Aaron. They're basically questioning about Moses and Aaron's position and leadership. They're wanting to be priests on their own, even though they're not of Aaron's family line. And by doing this, they're not just defiling Moses and Aaron, but they're defiling God's command. And this thing got so heated that they basically do the standoff. And instead of repenting and realize, oh, man, we are rebelling not only against Moses and Aaron, but really we're actually rebelling against God and his command, it leads to Korah's destruction along with his followers. And it just gets super messy along with what happens to the Israelites. So chapter 17, to prove Moses and Aaron's authority that God has chosen to speak through them and how God has chosen Aaron to be priest, they go do this test where they put the staff right in front of the Ark of the Covenant, and then Aaron's staff is blossoming with flowers. So those are the two chapters. I don't really got too much to say, especially reading chapter 16, which is pretty gnarly. But what I will say is that in reading these chapters, which is pretty nuts, especially when we look into the character of God, we got to be careful to understand the perspective of how the chapter is written before making conclusions about who God is. We got to try to understand, how did Korah's rebellion actually really just leads to his own destruction? What role does God play of this rebellion? So I'm not going to form any conclusions yet because I'm still wrestling with this, but yeah, it's kind of what I got with day 103, but I'll see you in day 104.